My era was Super Nintendo and N64, so I liked a lot of the Mario platform games, Donkey Kong Country series, Street Fighter games also good, and on the Nintendo 64 everyone's played Zelda Ocarina of Time, fantastic game, so I always liked the Zelda series and Banjo-Kazooie and some others like that. I'm not too much into the modern racers, but I do like the look of them and I think they're fantastic to play with graphically, but I've always preferred the original games from the 16-bit era because there was more technicality to doing perfect times and it's more down to pure driving rather than item strategies and some other factors. I've been playing Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo for best part of 20 years now, as the game came out in 1992 and became quite good at the time trial mode. Eventually turned professional in 1998 when I started the Time Trial World Rankings website, and now we have hundreds of players from around the world all competing for the best times on this original game. I've been a two-time Time Trial World Champion. I was nearly 16 the first time round, and I held the title for 5.5 years, and I recently regained the title earlier this year after a 9-year gap. But I've always been UK Time Trial Champion for the whole entire time, and I'm very close with a couple of rivals at the moment, so I might periodically lose my title, but hoping to regain it again during the course of the year. They have the World Championships for the Super Nintendo Mario Kart once a year every August, and that's held in France, and they have lots of people from around the world going there, mainly from Europe, but some from Japan and some from USA, and even we've had a guy from Brazil before. Yeah, I think old games has really come back quite a lot now because people play them on their iPhones, Androids and things like that, some of the more basic games. And a lot of the older crowd, people my age and upwards, are introducing their children now to the older games. And although the young kids tend to like the new games, the modern games, a lot of them have taken an interest in the original SNES. Like, for example, at the World Championships, we do have some younger players joining, like my niece, who's the female world champion, and another friend of ours who's also in his teens, and some of the other guys who've got children are bringing them along. So we're starting to get the next generation involved in the retro games. And I think at Play Expo, I've seen it already every year, a lot of families bringing their young kids, and I see that they're all enjoying some of the older things from the 80s and 90s. I think there'll always be a market for the older games where people want to pick up and play something classic on a system, and it's nice to just have the library of these old things. So I'm hoping they're downloadable content on the new console so people can still play them and enjoy them for years to come. Certainly when I'm in my 50s, I'm sure I'll still be playing the same game. Hello to everyone on the Facebook for www.gamesyouLove.com.